She clung to him in the fading glow of the streetlights, bony hands fisting his shoulders with mute urgency. He held her close, silent but comforting, warm in the coolness of the summer night's faded blue, warm like a fire. She choked and cried, shaking her head miserably. He rubbed her back, and she buried her face into his warm chest, hiding from the world. He smelled like a fire. He squeezed her closer as the tears fell, blasting craters in the dusty road beneath them. This time he spoke to her, whispering soothing words into her ear. His hand slid up to her tangled hair, stroking it to calm her, though he'd always wanted to feel it. There was a tragedy that it could not lie sleek as it usually did, though there was something beautiful about the way the snarls fell about her upturned face, her wide eyes searching his for answers. They yielded but sadness. Her eyes dropped down to the ground, angry, cheated, miserable tears dropping from them, falling as she did back into him. Lids slid over green, eyes full of fire, embers dying in guilt. The headlights of cars jerked them out of their clouded reverie, sent them scurrying, scrambling back into the black, into the dead of their concrete wasteland. They whimpered as the beams of the flashlights, bright like fire, invaded their kingdom of rust, searching for the king and queen of the twisted sanctuary. The fire caught their eyes. They whimpered. Thick hands snatched their wrists. They screamed, as if on fire. Bruises spread, violet and blue, and they were running again, shoes ripping on the gravel, pounding away from the violent yells and angry outbursts, bullets flying overhead like birds. They fled like deer from a flame. The first stubble planted bullets in her back, ripped a roar of anger from his throat. He carried the waif-like girl as he ran, more fortunate than she in his flight. He turned into the path of a smoke-spewing monster, blood spraying onto its metal hide as he flew back. She flew like sparks from a fire. His breath was soft and ragged as the crackle from the fire. Crawling to her, clinging to her, it was his time to whimper and sob, her time to hold him close and breathe comfort into his ear. She tenderly wiped the blood out of his eyes, softly whispering a lullaby, drowned in her own blood. He faded like a dying fire. So did she.